God speaks in many ways. Sometimes his voice is a whisper. Sometimes it is a gentle nudge. For the prophet Hosea, God's instruction was quite surprising. It was a command that must have puzzled him greatly. Imagine standing before the Lord, ready to serve, ready to proclaim his truth. You are eager to do his will. Then God asks you to do something truly unexpected. He asked Hosea to marry a woman named Gomer. This was not just any woman. Gomer was known for her unfaithfulness. This was a difficult path God laid before his servant. Hosea was a man of God. He listened to God, he obeyed God, even when the request seemed strange, even when it promised heartache. He trusted that God had a purpose, a profound purpose, a purpose bigger than his own understanding. So Hosea did as God commanded. He found Gomer. He took her as his wife. He chose to love her. This was the beginning of a story not just about a man and a woman. It was a living parable, a story God wanted his people and us to see and understand. Their life together began. Perhaps there were moments of joy. Perhaps there were glimpses of hope. Hosea, a good man, likely poured his heart into this marriage. He would have provided for Gomer. He would have cared for her. He would have offered her a love that was steady and true. He was showing her a kind of love she may not have known before. A love that was patient. A love that was kind. A love that mirrored the heart of God himself. This was no ordinary marriage. It was a divine appointment. God's ways are higher than our ways. His thoughts are not our thoughts. Why would God ask Hosea to endure such a thing? Why this specific instruction? Because God wanted to paint a picture, a vivid, unforgettable picture of his own love for his people, Israel. Israel had been like Gomer. They had chased after other gods. They had been unfaithful to the one who loved them most. God wanted them to see the depth of his commitment. He wanted them to understand his unwavering heart, even in the face of their repeated mistakes. Hosea's life became a message. Despite Hosea's love, Gomer's heart wandered. The pull of her old life was strong. The allure of other lovers called to her. She did not remain faithful to Hosea. She left him. She broke the sacred vows they had made. Imagine the pain Hosea must have felt. His love was pure. His commitment was real. Yet the one he loved chose to walk away. She chose paths that led her further from his care. This was not just a private sorrow. It was a public shame, a deep wound for a man of God. Gomer had children. Some biblical scholars believe these children were symbolic. Their names spoke of God's judgment on Israel's unfaithfulness. Jezreel meaning God scatters, Lo-Ruhamah meaning not loved or no mercy, and Lo-Ammi meaning not my people. These names were heavy. They carried the weight of brokenness. They reflected the fractured relationship between God and Israel. Gomer's actions were a mirror, a painful reflection of how God's people had turned from him. They chased empty promises. They forgot his goodness. Hosea's heart must have ached to love someone so deeply, to offer them everything, only to be met with betrayal. It's a pain many can understand, the sting of rejection, the sorrow of a love unreturned. Yet through it all, Hosea's story was unfolding as God intended. His personal tragedy was becoming a powerful sermon. A sermon preached not just with words, but with a life lived in obedience. A life demonstrating a love that refused to quit. A love that held on, even when it seemed hopeless. Gomer pursued other lovers. She sought fulfillment in places it could not be found. She believed the lies of the world. She thought happiness was elsewhere. She traded the security of Hosea's love for fleeting pleasures. This is the nature of sin. It promises much but delivers little. It leads us away from the source of true joy. It leaves us empty and broken. Gomer's journey into darkness was a stark illustration. It showed the consequences of turning away from a faithful, loving presence. Her choices led her further into despair. Time passed. Gomer's path led her to a place of desperation. She found herself in a terrible situation. She was alone. She was devalued. She was likely to be sold as a slave. Her choices had brought her to rock bottom. She had nothing left, no one to turn to. The glitter of her past life had faded. All that remained was the harsh reality of her mistakes. She was trapped. She was lost. She was in need of rescue. A rescue she did not deserve. A rescue she could not earn. Then, God spoke to Hosea again. Another surprising command. God told Hosea to go and find Gomer, not just to find her, but to buy her back, to redeem her, to show her his love once more. Imagine Hosea's position, the woman who had betrayed him, the woman who had shamed him, the woman who had broken his heart. He was now being asked to pay a price for her, to purchase her freedom. This was an astounding act of grace, an incredible display of forgiveness. Hosea obeyed. He did not hesitate. He went to the place where Gomer was. He paid the price, 15 shekels of silver and a measure and a half of barley. He bought her back. He redeemed her from her slavery. He did not scold her. He did not remind her of her past failures. He simply loved her. He brought her home. He restored her. This act speaks volumes. It speaks of a love that is unconditional, a love that pursues, a love that restores, a love that never, ever gives up. Hosea told Gomer that she was to live with him. She was not to be unfaithful again. She was to be his, and he would be hers. This was a new beginning, a chance for healing, a chance for restoration. Hosea's actions were radical. They went against all human logic. Who would do such a thing? Who would love like that? Only someone whose heart was filled with a divine kind of love, a love that reflects the very heart of God. Hosea's love was a beacon, a shining light in the darkness of Gomer's despair. Hosea's incredible love for Gomer is a beautiful picture. It shows us God's amazing love for us. We, like Gomer, often wander away. We make mistakes. We chase after things that cannot satisfy. We turn our backs on God's love. We pursue our own desires. We become lost and broken. We find ourselves far from home. Yet God does not abandon us. He does not give up on us. His love remains constant. His heart aches for us. He longs for our return. Just as Hosea pursued Gomer, God pursues us. He paid the ultimate price to bring us back to Him. Through Jesus Christ, His Son, God made a way for us to be forgiven. He made a way for us to be redeemed. Jesus paid the price for our sins on the cross. He bought our freedom. He offers us a new beginning. He welcomes us home with open arms. No matter how far we have strayed, no matter what we have done, His love is greater than our mistakes. His grace is sufficient for all our needs. The story of Hosea and Gomer teaches us about God's kindness. It teaches us about His unending forgiveness. He is a God of second chances, and third chances, and countless chances after that. His mercy is new every morning. He doesn't hold our past against us when we turn to Him. He cleanses us. He restores us. He calls us His own. This is the good news. This is the message of hope found in this ancient story. A love that never fails. A love that seeks and saves. What can we learn from Hosea and Gomer? We learn that God's love is relentless. It never stops pursuing us. We learn that no one is beyond God's reach. No mistake is too big for His forgiveness. We learn that God desires a relationship with us, a relationship built on love and faithfulness. This story encourages us to turn to God, to accept His incredible love, to experience His forgiveness, and to live in the freedom He offers. His arms are always open, waiting to welcome us home, just like Hosea welcomed Gomer.